Clothing has become a serious subject, sometimes too serious. One person wears a headscarf, another wears face markings, another wears jeans, another wears robes, another wears simplicity, and immediately the mind begins its work. This person belongs to that group, this person must believe in this must be modern, this one must be traditional. A simple piece of clothing suddenly becomes an identity. But step back for a moment, look honestly. What is clothing actually for? Very simple things: warmth, protection, comfort. If the sun is strong, a hat feels good. If the night is cold, a jacket helps. If mosquitoes are everywhere, a net saves you from becoming dinner. If the ground is full of stones, shoes protect your feet. School uniform for equality, identifying police officer if in need. No philosophy required, just practical intelligence. Clothing is simply another tool the body uses to live comfortably. Just like air conditioning helps during extreme heat or a blanket helps during winter. Look at children. They often choose clothes simply because they feel good. No philosophy, no want to look good for others, just comfort. Now imagine trying to sleep with 10 people squeezed around you in a tiny space. You cannot stretch your arms, you cannot turn your body. Sleep will not come easily. Clothing can be the same. If it is too tight, too heavy, too uncomfortable, the body will complain. So the question becomes simple: what allows the body to move and breathe comfortably? For many people, cotton feels good. It breathes well, it works in different weathers, but cotton may not be always available, or it may be expensive. Another fabric may work just as well. The point is not material, the point is comfort and practicality. But the human mind rarely keeps things simple. Soon clothing becomes a performance. One person spends so much on a handbag that it could feed someone for almost a year. Another buys a replica just to look like they have bought the expensive one. One person dressed to look successful, another dresses to look spiritual. One puts on luxury, another puts on simplicity, but both are dressing for the eyes of others. Does having long hair bring you closer to God, peace, or freedom? Or does shaving the head makes the mind any cleaner? Now, clothing has nothing to do with comfort. It has become theater. Look how rich I am, look how wise I am, look how simple I am. Different costumes, the same performance. Sometimes the intention is attraction. If the goal is to draw attention to the body, then naturally the clothing becomes smaller, tighter, or more revealing. Bigger chest, stronger biceps, sharper stomach lines, or curves carefully shaped and highlighted. Sometimes built through endless hours at the gym and constant watch on calorie intake. Protein shake in the morning, hours in the gym, calories burnt only to be counted again. Soon the body becomes a full time construction project. Almost 20 hours of effort so that someone's eyes can say, wow. Show the body clearly and the body of another may respond. Nature understands these signals very quickly. Nothing mysterious about it. But if attracting that kind of attention is not the intention, then there is no need to dress like a jar of honey in the middle of a field. Otherwise, the bees will arrive, and later someone may complain about the buzzing. Sometimes a person wraps cloth around their head because it protects from cold. Another may wear a beanie, another may wear a turban, another may cover their head with a scarf. But the mind says, this one is religion, this one is fashion, this one is modern, this one is traditional. All this judgment over piece of fabric. In hot weather, science already shows something simple. Dark colors absorb more heat. Light colors reflect it. So, wearing white in strong sun often feels cooler. Very practical. But if someone wears white only to look wise, then again the clothing is no longer for the body comfort, it is for the image. And an image is always heavy to maintain. Soon people begin to worry. Can I wear this? Should I wear that? Can I wear the same dress in another wedding? What will people think? Sometime also wearing the same outfit every day while a full wardrobe waits in the closet is not simplicity. It can become another kind of performance, like choosing to eat only rice while a whole buffet sits untouched. Clothing becomes a prison, when in truth it was meant to be practical and functional. Clothing can be approached with clarity, and clarity cannot arise unless the mind's conditioning is seen. In that seeing of conditioning, the one who observes is no longer trapped in conditioning. And that can only happen when you are fully conscious, when you are fully awake from the conditioning. Then, no pressure from society, no pressure from tradition, no pressure from fashion, no pressure from spiritual costumes. Because wisdom is not in the cloth and freedom is not in the fabric. Clothing is just clothing, a small practical tool for the body. When conditioning is clearly seen within, something relaxes. You stop dressing to impress the world and start dressing to live comfortably. No performance, just simply clarity. And strangely enough, when the mind stops trying to look like something, life becomes lighter. Freedom follows. Because the body is simply wearing clothes and the mind is no longer wearing an image. Only when you are fully aware to yourself, when you are awake from that very conditioning that you are working from, then the freedom will come. But if you remain in the conditioning, every activity you do, everything that you have learned, every notion, idea, every single thing that you are working from is like this freedom here, nothing. And all of a sudden, slowly, things are written on it. This is how the mind has been conditioned. And once this emptiness, or that what is called awareness, that's what is called observation, starts to pay attention to itself, you can see the conditioning within. And for that, you don't need anything at all. Simply resting from the conditioning, allowing yourself to observe your own mind, not with effort, not with any idea, not trying either, simply relaxing. Let the thoughts come, let them go. Let the thoughts tell you, wear this, don't wear this is good, this is bad, say it. And in that observation, the observation itself awakens from the conditioning itself. That is freedom, and that observation is already present. That awareness is already present. That consciousness is already present, just lost in conditioning. That's all.